If you are injured in an accident in an Uber, you should watch this video to understand your rights to compensation. If you find yourself in this situation, it's possible you could have a big injury claim because Uber has a large automobile policy covering Uber drivers from the moment they tap go to wait for a trip request to while they are driving to pick up a rider or goods and until the trip ends. They are insured as a driver or delivery person on the Uber app. So let's jump right in. The first thing you should do after an Uber accident is obviously get the treatment you need if you've been injured. Go to the hospital, even in an ambulance if you need to. But as soon as you can, you need to start filing claims with all insurers that may be legally obligated to compensate you for your injuries. You should determine who was at fault, but even if the Uber driver was not at fault, it's still a good idea to file a claim with Uber's insurer as well, because you may be entitled to additional compensation through Uber for benefits such as PIP or MedPay to help with your initial medical bills. And obviously, you will want to file a bodily injury claim against the at-fault driver's insurer to seek compensation as well. If you or a relative that you live with own a car, don't forget that you may be eligible for compensation under that policy as well, in the event the at-fault driver and/or Uber insurance policy does not provide enough coverage to compensate you for your injuries. And if the driver that struck the Uber you occupied fled the scene or did not have any insurance, you may be eligible to file a claim under the uninsured motorist portion of Uber's policy, which at the time of this video includes $2 million in uninsured motorist coverage. At the end of the day, there could be a huge amount of insurance available to you if you're injured in an Uber in the event you sustain significant injuries. It's crucial to identify all available insurance that you could be entitled to. And one of the things that can make an Uber accident injury claim easier if you are a passenger in an Uber is that usually no one is going to be pointing the finger at you saying you were the liable cause of the accident. It's usually going to be the case that the Uber driver or one of the drivers involved in the accident is at fault for the accident. So in many cases, if you are a driver involved in the accident, you will have to show another driver was at fault other than yourself, while a passenger in an Uber, this is not usually an obstacle in your injury case. It is very useful to know the types of damages you may be entitled to recover in your injury claim if you have been injured in an Uber accident. You can pursue compensation for your past and future medical bills for accident-related medical treatment. Keep in mind, however, that if your health insurer paid for any of your medical bills, your health insurer would have what is called a subrogation lien on your case that would need to be addressed out of any financial recovery you receive. Additionally, you can also seek out damages for lost wages for time missed from work, along with damages for your impairment to your ability to earn an income in the future. And of course, you can obtain your pain and suffering damages in an Uber accident claim for your pain, anxiety, depression, and loss of enjoyment of life due to your injuries. If you take anything away from this video, remember to investigate all insurance that may be available to you following an Uber accident. In many cases, it is absolutely crucial you do this in order to maximize the payout you receive in your case. The at-fault driver's insurance policy, Uber's insurance policy, and your own personal automobile insurance policy may even come into play if you sustain very significant injuries. Now that you know, it's a good idea to investigate all insurance that may be available to you for your Uber car accident injury claim. You may be asking yourself if you have $1 million injury case. And if that sounds like you should watch this video about to pop up right here, where I discuss many of the factors involved in cases that are worth $1 million or more. Also, for more helpful videos like this, please subscribe. Lastly, if you've been injured in Kentucky, remember to don't wait, call Tate.